the point of the Anchorman, not Anchor Lady strategy.
I think that Republicans clearly understand that the facts, the truth, is not on their side. And so the only thing they can do is repeat the same things over and over again. And each time they repeat them, they have to do it louder. They have to do it with more emphatically, because for them, they only care about those 10-second sound bites they're going to play on Fox News to make it look like they were righteously outraged about something.
Are they yelling because, like, the average age of the Fox viewer is like 98 and they're worried they won't hear them? Like, why are they screaming? I mean, they scream.
Because in their paradigm, screaming equals strength.
Passion.
Strength equals righteousness. And righteousness equals correctness, I guess.
And maybe Donald Trump can't hear him, and he's like, I need to hear it louder. Okay, here's two. This is the other thing that they've tried to do, which was turn the impeachment of Donald Trump into a show trial of someone no one knows other than people on Fox, which is Hunter Biden. Here it is.
Let's talk about what Vice President Biden did. This is seeking the truth about corruption.
There was also significant reason to believe that the Bidens were involved in corruption.
Well, the facts of Mr. Biden's actions in the Ukraine certainly look like they crossed that line.
It seems absurd, but this is the thing that works. That when you were on the other side, you know this works. That you can create a false narrative of corruption. They did it to Hillary Clinton around Benghazi. Most people don't know where Benghazi is on a map, but even some liberals went away saying she must have done something wrong. How does that work? Can help Democrats understand that?
Benghazi is the perfect example for this, Joy, because you have something that started with a terrorist attack on a diplomatic compound in Libya. Had nothing to do with Hillary Clinton at all. Had to do with the 4 Americans that were killed that night. What Republicans were able to do, what we were able to do when I was there, is turn it into a political theater to the point where Republicans created a special committee just to investigate Hillary Clinton and her so-called emails. And much to Hillary's credit, she showed up there and sat there for 11 hours. Republicans, by the way, also had, 67 closed-door depositions during this whole thing?
They had more hearings on Benghazi than there were about 9/11. And remember what they said, that these were pre-impeachment hearings. They were threatening to impeach her before she was even elected president.
I mean, if Hillary Clinton had won the presidency,
100%,
make no mistake about it, within the first 2 years when Republicans still had control of the House, they would have impeached 100%. Her. They would have brought up things like the Clinton Foundation and her emails as a reason to try to get rid of her.
With the little help the New York Times gave them by pumping those email stories and anyway. But let me not go into that rant. If you were advising the Democrats right now on what they should be doing in these impeachment hearings in order to keep the public focused and to keep Republicans from being able to do a Benghazi here, what would you advise them to do?
They need to start fighting fire with fire, Joy. I mean, every time they say Hunter Biden, why are they not responding with, well, what about Jared Kushner? What about Ivanka Trump? What about Donald Trump's tax returns? Every time they say that this is a rigged hearing, a rigged show, why are they not playing sound bites of Republicans like Jim Jordan and Mark Meadows and Louis Gohmert when they were all for congressional oversight in hearings and subpoenas when they were investigating Barack Obama? There are a litany of sound bites that you could play of these guys declaring that Congress has the authority to get witnesses, to get documents, to compel truth. Why don't they ever throw that back in their face during these hearings?
I think they should put Hank Johnson in charge. Those who are watching will understand why later, because he might be the only one that knows how to truly clap back. Kurt Bardella, it's always great to talk to you, and we will continue talking throughout this whole